What up? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start this show by being transparent. And yesterday, took a step backwards. WNBA, the best bet for the show won. Sparks first half +3, but I did also take that Sky and Storm game over. And the NBA game, that was my best bet. Ended up being a loser. Had two over 209 and a half. And after that slow start, no energy first quarter, it was tough to get there. And I mean that start from Dallas. So got to do a little bit better here today. No NBA to talk about. We'll see if we can do it in the W. But before we do, let's take a look at a couple comments. What up, Delroy? Says, what up, Skee? Are you worried at all about the Mavs now? Minnesota looked to have more urgency last night. I agree. Minnesota came out more with the sense of urgency, energy, all that stuff. But no, I'm not worried. I mean, no team's ever come back from down 0-3. And I feel like it's maybe even human nature for you to get a little bit complacent sometimes, especially for a young team like Dallas that hasn't advanced past the conference finals before. So I think they'll come out with a sense of urgency in the next game. What up, Ray D'Amico? Says dropped my NBA play last night on the Mavs. Yeah, a lot. A lot of us did like the Mavs yesterday. That was tough. Twisted 24/7, showing a lot of stuff for the motto. Says got to run, but wanted to drop this info. Well, appreciate you sharing all this stuff in the chat. A lot of stuff for and he says he likes Thursday game, Mavs and over. So appreciate you sharing. He says, good luck, guys. As always, I enjoyed the show. 100% appreciate you dropping in and sharing that action. Joshua said he had a great day yesterday. T-Wolves money line. Nice work on that. Yeah, back against the wall spot for Timberwolves. I hear you, Dan. In what up, pretentious prodigy? So let's get to it. We got three, and you know what? I screwed this up. I screwed it up today. So let me do like this. It's my fault. We're just gonna have it all together today, and that's my fault. I'm just gonna put WNBA up there, but we're looking at Phoenix Mercury and New York Liberty. Game opened up Liberty -13. You now see them -14 pretty much everywhere. And the total has gone up about 4.5 points. It looks like a consensus of 172. For the injury report, and let me just refresh here. We know they're without Griner and Phoenix. Rebecca Allen still in concussion protocol, I believe. And Shug Sutton, but she's doubtful, I think, here, or questionable, my bad, with her ankle injury. She did miss yesterday. And this one is going to be pretty simple for me. Um, you have Phoenix team on a second of a back to back. Phoenix team who's shorthanded versus a Liberty team who should come out here hungry. They're on back to back losses. They've had 3 days off to work on what they were doing wrong, and they're at the house where they usually play better. Um, they've been off a loss. They've been at home off of a loss 5 times since the beginning of last season, and they won all 5 of those games. And I'm just seeing the theme. They come out and jump on teams early in the games, and the second half is kind of where they get a little bit untrustworthy. So for me, I expect them to come out with that energy and effort. I'll go New York first quarter -4.5. New York first half -8.5. I think they'll be up by double digits after both, honestly. So let's take a look at the comments really quick before we move over to the next one. What up, Charles? Love to see that, Kylie. And Jamin, sorry. He likes Liberty first quarter team total. Yeah, if you have team totals available for quarters or halves, I definitely think that's a good way to go for the Liberty. I mean, Phoenix defense has been very subpar, and they don't really have anybody down low to battle with John Quill and Stewie. So I think Liberty can name their number tonight. Appreciate you, Ray. It's been a little while since I was on the Wagertalk today, but appreciate you on that. Dan agrees 100%. Says also on Liberty team total. He agrees on Liberty's team total. Says it's a good look. All right, next game we will go Atlanta and Washington. This one opened up Dream -5. They're now -3, and total hasn't really moved. It's gone up 1 point, I guess. 163.5 is what we're looking at. Injury report. The Dream will be without Jordan Canada. Brittany Sykes is still out for this Mystics team. And Austin, let me just see. She's probable. So they should have her out there. Um, this one's probably my least favorite or one I have the least opinion on out of the three. But Mystics have yet to win a game. I know they're going to be hungry to come out there and try to get one. And just how I view the Mystics in general, I know their team has changed. But actually, let me pull up here. We've talked about this for the past I don't know how many years, but they've always been a team you want to bet early, first half. So let me pull up here, hit login, boom, Washington and Atlanta. So Mystics first half, yeah, they're 4-2 against the spread in the first half so far. Full game, they've been already 2, 3, 2-1. But wouldn't you know, Dream have been very poor. I mean, very poor in the first half and very poor full game too. But they have not covered the first half yet. So just seeing that, knowing how hungry Washington will be for a win, um, I think this is a spot where we can trust Washington at least for 20 minutes. So let's see. I mean, the number has already been moving. We're missing some value already. Let's see what number we would get here. I mean, it opened 1.5 for the first half anyway, and it's still sitting at 1.5. What is the first half money line? First half money line is plus. You can get plus 125. That sounds pretty appealing to me. Mystics first half money line plus 125. I think they come out and have the lead after 20 minutes. They're better than 0-6, even though they're still not a great team. I think they're better than that. I think they'll show it to start this game. So I'm in agreement with the market. Let's see what you guys think about it. Dan N says Mystics have been winning first halves, been hitting back against the wall spot. So he's in agreement. We're both looking at the Mystics. What up, Trevor? Yeah, I think that'll be one that I might have to add there. I didn't play it initially, but just talking it out, thinking about it, it all makes sense. It all makes sense for me. Plus 125, very, very reasonable price. All right, last game up. I don't even have banner. I'm looking for a banner like I have them, but my mistake. I overlooked them today. Vegas Aces and Minnesota Lynx. This one opened up Aces minus 6.5 and currently looks like -4 everywhere. Total open 172 and looks like 169.5. So coming down on that one. Still going to be without Chelsea Gray for the Aces. Kirsten Bell also out. And then we have Diamond Miller missing for this Minnesota Lynx squad. My apologies. Let me pull up my data here because there was something I was looking at. And I'm going to shout out my guy, RC Site, the Money Baller, because that's what I'm using to look at a lot of this info that, data I'm comparing, et cetera, et cetera. So both of these teams are pretty rested coming into this game. Um, I don't know, just how I feel about both of these teams in general. And as I'm looking, it's kind of backed up here. But Aces, they really need Chelsea Gray. Like she gets everybody. She's the general. They really need her to have that offense humming the way it's supposed to be. And until she's back, it's very hard for me to lay points with the Aces. Yeah, it is what it is. Um, and I'm looking, they're 0-4 ATS in the first half so far, seeing 1-3 against the spread. And they're going up against the Lynx team who has covered every first half, has covered every game. They're playing great basketball right now. And you're giving them a few possessions or a couple possessions now at home. I'm still, I still would only look towards the Lynx at +4. Let's see here. You're getting the number one defense against the number one offense, obviously, but I trust the Lynx to show up defensively at home. I don't trust the Aces in that regard, and I just feel like the Lynx have been playing better basketball, and you're giving them points at home. It's the only way I can look in this game. This is what stands out to me, and like again, I'm saying I'm using the Money Baller website from RC, but just looking at these different 3-point numbers for the Aces, I mean they're dead last as far as corner 3-point field goal percentage allowed, above the break 3-point attempts allowed, above the break 3 field goal percentage allowed. Like they're dead last in all of those. I think the Lynx will be able to take advantage in this game. Above the break, 3-point percentage, Lynx are number one. And corner three, they're number three. So I think they'll take advantage of that while also playing the better defense. Like I said, only way for me to look in this game is Minnesota. Let's see how you guys like it in the chat. Dante says Lynx plus 4.5 and Lynx money line. That's the only way. Only way for me, bro. And somebody says Aces at -4 now. Yeah, I see. I mean, it's -4. There is one shop that's holding a 4.5. And also, just BetMGM never has. Well, I mean, I never should say never, but I feel like I never ever see flat numbers on BetMGM. So I'm just gonna glance over there, see if we get a 4.5. What up, Chris? We'll be talking with Chris, and there goes Kyle too. Talking with Chris and Kyle about these WNBA in about 2 hours on Kyle's channel. Ray says he grabbed Minnesota plus 4.5 full game. Appreciate you, Chris. That smashed that like, and he played Minnesota last night +6. So he over there doing that work early. Chris locked in on his WNBA. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not as locked in as him yet, but I'm gonna get there. When we got days like this when it's no NBA and NBA is winding down. Soon WNBA will be number one for me. So getting that early number, that's great work. I still think four. And again, let me just try to log in or see BetMGM, see if I can get a 4.5 or if they put it to 3.5. Bear with me 1 second. There we go, WNBA. BetMGM app has been like kind of tripping lately. Now they got it at 3.5 on BetMGM. So 4 seems like the best number that I can take right now. And I still think they can do it. Maybe I hate not getting the best of the number. I hate taking it after it's already gone down. Let me see something here. First half. First half hasn't moved. First half opened 2.5 and still sitting at 2.5. So you're not getting the ass into the line to take the first half. And those numbers again, Aces 0-4 have not covered one first half so far this season. And the Lynx 5-0 ATS. So just from a perspective of, not getting the ass into the line and just still being able to get what I see as a good number. I mean, I think they'll be able to compete whether it's 20 minutes or 40 minutes. Maybe first half Lynx plus 2.5 is a direction I choose to go now. Let's see a couple more comments on this before we get to a best bet. Kyle says fade in the storm. I don't know how long you'll be able to do that. Storm will start to play really good basketball. They have a talented roster. Chris says Lynx also been great defensively, and Ace's defense has been poor. Yep, agree 100%. Let's see. Dan says those spreads were all double digits, -3.5. Isn't much. Feel like Lynx is a public dog. Lynx been winning though. It hasn't even been about point spreads. They've been winning games. They've only lost one game so far this season, just like the Aces. I hear what you're saying though. Kylie thinks it's better to live bet this one and get a better number. Appreciate you, David K. To smash the like button for Skee. Thank you. Appreciate you. And I agree with this. Aces are a different team without Chelsea Gray. I agree. Chris asking about the total. Do I think it's more over or under? He's asking about the Lynx team total over. Well, if in my opinion, I don't trust the Aces as much offensively without Chelsea Gray. That's just how I see it. I know their numbers are still good, etc. They still got talent, but I personally just don't trust it as much. If I'm liking the Lynx here, I feel like the Lynx have been playing slower. We like the Lynx because they're a great defense. So I'd probably agree. I'd probably agree with maybe an Aces team total under. Lynx team total 82.5. I don't feel very strongly, but I can't talk you off of taking the Lynx team total over. I'll say that. I think the Lynx correlate a little bit more with defense. It's just my opinion. Goju, no, they're not going to come back and win the series. Can it go six? Possibly. Can it go seven? Maybe. Will they win? No. And I don't even think it goes that long, honestly. Kyle says, "Nah, Storm are not a team that has stability. Storm have a lot of players that are freshly on that roster. So if you want to fade them now, but they will figure it out at some point." Boo for giving Kyle some credit on those Angels. Nice work there. I told y'all, man, Kyle's been killing it on the baseball. I can tell. Like I always say, cap the capper. I can hear it in his voice, man. Kyle be talking about MLB with his chest out. I'm like, yeah, he's locked in right now. He's locked in. Ben thanks the Lynx get the W. He's been killing it in WNBA. Yeah, I lost on the full game over, but that Minnesota team total 105. Gotta shout out Mr. Ravino for that. Kyle says it's summer, man. It's baseball season. I get it. I'll be joining you in about a month. Give me about another month or so. All right. Loving the comments. All right, it's about that time to move it on over to best bets. And not a whole lot of choices here. So I don't like to, I mean, I don't like to go on different platforms. This is just a me personal thing. I don't like to go on multiple different platforms and be giving the same best bets all the time, or giving the same bets out. I just feel like that's redundant. I just don't like to do it. And I also don't believe in giving bets that I haven't placed. So what can I do? We've already given out a play on that New York Phoenix game on Wagertalk today. I do like these other two games, but I feel more confident at this moment going with the Mystics. Mystics first half, best number we can get. I'm gonna lock it in with you guys right here on the show. First half money line. Superbook has a plus 125. Let's go check that out. First half. And I will take that. Can we lock in here? Come on. All right. We're good. So Mystics first half plus 125 is the best bet for the show. Like I always say, appreciate all of you guys. There's a lot of great handicappers here in the chat. We all, put our heads together and it helps us keep beating the books consistently. So appreciate y'all again. Best of luck if you tell. Good luck, everybody, on all your action. Come check out Kyle, Chris, myself, and Rob Vino at 1 p.m. on Kyle's channel, and we'll have some more WNBA action for you. Peace.